Oh yeah, you definitely need to pray for a lot of your sins. Being an Arsenal fan, so I understand. I definitely
Says the
understand.
Man U fan.
I
Okay.
definitely understand.
Like no one can ban me in Nigeria. Like you see, there's this thing about UK guys. You know, if you don't understand the Nigeria culture, you go there. What's 500 naira is 5k for you. They'll buy you to a difference.
So the big three. Everybody talks about the big 3
Mhm.
Burna, Wizkid, and
I think
Davido.
it's the big four now. Ashake is in there.
Oof, that's a big call. Why change something that isn't broke?
If we were still doing Afrobeats the way the band was doing it, would we be here?
Good point. So you are hoping to elevate it to a different
stratosphere.
Oh my God, I'll drink to that. No, I like that different stratosphere. I like it.
It's Charmer on the beat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing you a man that represents Lagos and represents Birmingham. A man that has only just dropped his new EP on Wednesday, which happened to be his birthday. Happy belated birthday. This is an individual that is an Afrobeat artist and also an entrepreneur. He works in delivering good music and at the same time managing good properties. This gentleman is going from wave to wave and is hoping to release more music and to take over the music world by storm. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one, the only B-Fela.
Thank you.
I like it.
you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Of course, big shout out to KorakPodcast Coffee ambassadors, 20% off if you use our code More Things. Shout out to Jamie in Podcast Rooms, taking care of us. And we would love to jump into your journey, sir. Johnny, so thank you for coming. Let's have a quick bump. Congratulations on the EP release.
Thank you very much.
So, Korak means footsteps.
Yeah. I remember you said it's footsteps in...
Yeah.
So
it means footsteps in Croatian.
Yeah.
And the idea about each footstep is a journey. And that journey is talking about the ups and downs, everything you've gone through. You now in music and getting the discovery, going with the flow, releasing good genre of Afrobeats. What was that first step that you took into realizing that music was the way?
I mean, I've always done music all my life, right? I remember when I was younger, before my dad died, rest his soul, he used to make us do like drumming lessons, piano lessons. We used to get like music teachers coming to our house to do it in Nigeria. And like, I don't know, I've always felt, and after I fell away from it for a little bit, and I moved to the UK. But every time I listen to music, I don't know, I feel like I can't tell other people their feelings, but I always feel like like I have the urge to do it as well. Like I'm listening to him, like, wow, listen to the beat, listen to the lyrics. I want to do this. I get so hyped that I want to do this. You know, there's a level of hype that you get that, okay, you just want to replay it. But I get past that to just want to actually do it myself.
And I've always felt this from listening to music. From what I understand, Daddy used to play Sonny Ade and Fela and all that, the old school stuff.
Yeah.
And your aunties and other people used to play modern day music.
Yeah, correct.
So what the feeling you had, was it the same for regardless of the genre of music, or did it actually just lean towards a particular genre?
It was regardless of genre. I've been through loads of like my favorites of genres, right? I've been through the times where I liked, I was in love with like Tiger's music at one point. I was in love with Michael Jackson's music at one point. I was in love with, but then finally when I got to university, I met a friend called Mixer Mo, DJ, big DJ in Manchester. He does an event called FOMO, and he was so passionate about Afrobeat, and it was just infectious. So yeah, I've just been dabbling in different genres, but when I finally found Afrobeat, I just felt connected. I've been a Nigerian man, listen to Afrobeat. My sister
We're
would
the
play
best.
at
We're the
home.
best.
You understand?
Other men might disagree, but I'm just saying we're the best. I don't disagree.
Fact.
So you moved to Birmingham when you were 10.
Yeah.
You grew up in Lagos. In terms of if we go back to those early years, what was the influence of music, apart from your dad playing music and the family members? What was that influence that you had in music in terms of building your craft and building your identity in music?
Just listening to music, listening to like just.
Did you start singing? Because obviously I say obviously because I can tell, but for those that don't know, part of your upbringing in music was from church,
Yeah.
and the drums, the piano. So how did that transition go from? How was it from church into what you might describe as secular music?
The transition was just church music was like just strictly for church.
Mhm.
Like I'd go to church on Sunday, we pray, we do sings and praises.
Oh yeah, you definitely need to pray for a lot of your sins. Being an Arsenal fan, so I understand. I definitely
Says the Man
understand.
U fan.
I
Okay,
I definitely understand.
let's not get into that.
We'll
because
try
it's
not to. We'll
Champions
try
of
not to.
England, yeah?
Okay, all right.
But from church music to like just actual music. I remember I'd go home after church, on like what was the channel in Nigeria? Like a news channel, AITV,
AIT,
AIT,
I think AIT. Yeah, I
yeah,
think it is. Yeah,
AIT. And then there was other channel like MTV.
yeah.
And we'd go on there, and obviously there'd be just loads of songs that I remember. What the song that got me really into like other like not church music was Lorile Odigo.
Of course. Yes,
I
that's-
love that's the beat. Dun, 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 dun. Like from there, you have to start listening to the bands. Just look like John Jazzy, the whole of Mo Hits. I remember even like looking at Ike. There was a time like the way he used to just bop on the screen, like the way not necessarily what he was saying, but the way he just his
the
swagger.
vibe, the energy,
And I just
everything
felt
that
like,
he brought to it.
I want to be like that.
Those guys were actually. I mean, shout out to the bands and Don Jazzy back in the day. They pioneered the what we probably describe as modern day Afrobeats,
Yeah.
and this they did it on their own. Ikechuka and other guys that used to mix rapping. So those are the things you grew up looking at, and you were telling yourself that's something I want to do.
Yeah.
But the transition, then your family moved to Birmingham. What was that like? What was that? Well, how did the cultures blend? How did you flow into it?
So my mom moved to the UK from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Just like being a nurse. My dad obviously had his business in Nigeria. So we kind of was always with one parent. Not that my parents were split up, they were still together, married, but just circumstances.
It's the hustle. It's
Do
the
you
hustle.
understand?
Yeah.
Literally. So like me and my younger sister first moved to Birmingham. And the transition, like it was different like that because now I'm hearing grime.
Yeah.
I'm hearing loads of grime rap. Like instead of AITV, I'm turning on MTV or ITV in the morning, and you're hearing Jay Sean, baby, are you down? Like I remember I'll be getting ready for school, creaming my body, and my TV that's got the back book, listen to like Black Eyed Peas. I remember the day Michael Jackson died as well. Like I was sleeping, my room was white. I was sleeping in my room and I woke up and the thing was on the screen, right? But yeah, it was a different world. Like it wasn't Afrobeat anymore. Like you didn't hear any Afrobeat.
Did you lean towards it? Like, did you enjoy the new music you were exposed to?
So naturally, obviously, I'm still young, so my brain is still getting molded, right? So
Yep.
yeah, of course, I lean towards it. All my friends are listening to it, and then I remember my friend Samuel, he put me onto like BBK, and like back then there wasn't much representation of Nigerians, and I resonated with BBK because I found out that Skepta was Nigerian. I'm like, oh, wow, this guy's Nigerian. Obviously, back then, as Africans, people used to bully us because
It wasn't cool. It wasn't
to be
cool back
African.
then. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
cool back then.
But Skepta just made it cool. Like I'm like, it's because he's a big man. He's among other people that are not African, and people are still respecting him. Like I kind of resonate with that a lot. Like I watch BBK's like the street freestyles. Obviously I got into Birmingham grime as well. And I was just same thing, getting hyped up by it. But I never felt the urge to do grime. I just liked it. I would write bars on my phone, but I never really.
You didn't think it was for you.
Yeah.
So you would say at that point you were experimenting with like different genres. Other than grime, did you try anything else?
I did rap for a bit. I did drill. I did trap music.
I can just see from your face you're like, this is not me.
Yeah.
This is not me. So you kept trying and you kept going in there. So at this point, were you building an identity as an artist in Birmingham?
So these times when I first moved to the UK, I wasn't an artist. I wasn't
you were-
building
You were
like
just
it was just
B-Fela.
everything on my phone. I
Yeah.
was just Fela. People call me Fela. everything was just like I'll just be writing lyrics on my phone. I was still like, I remember them times I was very, very into Tiger. Tiger was my
What's your obsession
favorite.
with Tiger?
I think it was just the beats.
I mean, good songs here and
Yeah,
there.
the beats, the way he came across to me, like on the screen. And obviously, like at home, you go to Nigerian parties, you got whole parties. You know, they play Fuji. My dad used to love Beautiful Nubia. And obviously even that, my sister used to love Wizkid. I remember them times Wizkid had a back, it was still coming up. My sister would play Wizkid at home. She would play The Green. So little
God
things
rest
like
his soul.
God rest his
Like
soul,
a-
literally.
So, how many siblings do you have?
I've got 3.
And you're the
I'm the second.
second. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So that's girl, you, then another girl.
Girl, boy. But my younger brother is like he's basically our little baby.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. So you're the prince.
I guess so.
You're the prince.
Yeah.
So you're Tiger. So you would obviously say Tiger is one of your biggest influences when it comes to music.
Yeah.
So you were looking at Tiger, you were taking your trade of grime, and of course settling in Birmingham, learning the ropes, learning the music. So was it until you went to Manchester, as you were talking about the DJ in Manchester?
So I met Mixamo. He's from Manchester, but I met him at uni in Nottingham.
Okay.
So
Man, this is some travel around the Midlands, Birmingham, Nottingham.
but back to even with Tiger, I also love 50 Cent as well. 50 Cent was but he wasn't my time. It was more my auntie's
Yeah.
time. I used to listen to 50 Cent. But yeah, what got me into Afrobeats was, again, I would listen to it at home and I'd love it, but those were the times when we used to pirate music. You'd get downloaded onto your SD card, put your SD card into your phone, and you listen to songs back to back to back.
Back to back.
And I remember I actually didn't even know where to get Afrobeat music from. My sister knew, I think irocking.com, stuff like that. But would go on YouTube, just find songs, and like I would just find the biggest songs at that time. Obviously, American song. That's why I probably was Tiger, because like American music is big around the world, right? So I downloaded it onto my playlist. I remember even listening to Justin Bieber Baby. Yeah, and then what got me to Afrobeat was just my sister playing it. Then I went to uni. I thought, okay, you know what? Let me actually try start recording. And let me try start not recording on the mic, but recording on my phone, the freestyles, like do it myself at this point. Because I'm at uni now. I'm seeing other people that look like me. They also do music. I remember Young T and Bugsy, they were from Nottingham as well. I used to see them around. And people used to always tell me, "Oh, you fella, you look like Temper T. You look like Young T and Bugsy." People used to always just compare me to different artists. I was like, okay, cool. I might as well be that guy myself.
Yeah, I mean, if you see me that way, I must
Do
be.
you
I
get
might as
it?
well
Do
be
you get what I'm
that
saying?
guy.
So then I remember I wrote a song called One Time. One time for my guys in the city, grinding for the Lizzie. I made it, and I just sang it. My girlfriend at the time, she videoed me. I just sent it around to my friends. And they were like, some of them were like, "Oh yeah, this is hard." Some of them were like, "You need to improve this, that, and other." But I then recorded that song in the summer after uni that summer. Recorded it onto a mic, like my first ever studio session. Yeah, but actually before this, let me actually get into it. Before this, I went to Nigeria for the first time
Since you got here,
since I got here.
how old were you at the time?
It was 2018. How old was I in 2018?
You're not that old, man. Hey, it's thinking like, hey, how old was I?
I think 2018 was, so I must have been like 19, 18,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, right? So I went back to Nigeria. Not the first time since I came here, but the first time being an adult,
Yeah.
going back. Obviously, after my dad's died as well. Going back, and I remember I met a guy called Webb.
Yeah.
He messaged me. I don't even know how he got my number, and like, he brought me in with a producer, and I made a song called International. That's also now the reloaded version is on my EP now.
Yes,
Right.
go out there, people. Listen to it.
Yeah,
Wonderful
literally.
album. Wonderful EP. Sorry.
Literally. So that's what actually got me then start recording, start making music, writing bars, learning to put chorus. Because before I would just write bars.
So this guy just discovered you from,
He found me on Instagram for some reason.
and he just liked your flow, liked what you were doing.
Yeah, I don't know, like
That's
this
like
is
winning
so
the
hazy.
lottery, man.
Yeah, basically.
Music lottery.
Basically. But obviously, I've later found out that this guy also, like Curtis J, he knows him for some reason. So this guy must be a guy that he looks around for
Yeah,
younger
for
people,
talent, yeah.
for talent, right? But I didn't. I had a song called "Sweet Like Cocoa" at the time as well. I keep going back to different things.
Oh, no, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I had a song
We're
called Sweet-
establishing the timeline here.
You understand? I had a song called Sweet Like Cocoa at the time, where I was released it on the Fela bandana,
Yeah.
and I was also doing YouTube, and I was just doing a lot of things. So I guess that's how he found me, and then through that, and I went to Nigeria. We recorded international. Recorded a few more songs, but international was the main one that I remember was like I even shot a video to it. The video never come out.
Why?
Just overthinking at the time. Now I'm more whatever you shoot, just put it out there. But back then I was like, oh, it needs to be perfect.
Okay, you're thinking that, okay, what will happen if this doesn't work?
Do you
and all that.
understand?
It happens. It's I think it's the overthought in terms of hoping that it actually hits a message that you think everybody will accept.
Yeah.
One of the things about looking at your profile, one of the things that you don't like is you don't like being tagged a UK Afrobeat artist. Why is that?
Because I'm more than that.
Explain.
So I grew up in Nigeria. I go to Nigeria every year.
Okay.
Like since 2018, I've been there every year. There's a lot of UK. When I see a UK Afrobeat artist, right? No shade to them, but they can't go Nigeria by themselves.
What does that mean?
Like,
I mean, they can't get on the plane and just
no,
go to
they
Lagos
can
and-
do
yeah.
that, but like they like Nigeria is very cutthroat.
Yeah.
You won't survive out there.
So you think when somebody puts the UK in front of Afrobeat, it's very tailored to they are from here.
Yeah, it's more. I think that should be
Yeah.
called Afro swing.
Their react. So everything around them is here. So are you talking about based on you're more than that? So you have the network beyond the UK. So
Yeah.
is that what you're saying?
More not even just the network, but also just being comfortable going Nigeria. Like I've got friends that I remember playing with them in Nigeria. Like, and when I go there with them, we'll go to a bar and we'll chill. Like no one can ban me in Nigeria. Like you see, there's this thing about UK guys. You know, if you don't understand the Nigeria culture, you go there. What's 500 naira is 5K for you. They'll buy you to a difference. You get? And
Okay. So it's
it's just the culture.
the culture. Yeah, but I mean, it is I would say a lot of Afrobeat artists in the UK or wherever they may be, they probably have some sort of link to the motherland, Afrobeats as a thing. Wouldn't you say so? And apart from just being Nigerian, it could be, I mean, most of Africa does Afrobeats and Amapiano. So would you say, if you're talking about Afrobeats artists, so a guy from Kenya, would he call himself a Kenyan Afrobeat artist? He probably just call himself an Afrobeat artist.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So why's the UK thing there? So would you say there's a UK Afrobeat and there's an American Afrobeat artist?
See, I don't really hear American Afrobeat artists. Like maybe there's some out there on the underground, but I don't really hear of them, right? Because I'm in the UK, I hear, oh yeah, I'm a UK. I see people say I'm a UK Afrobeat artist, but I think you can't call yourself like. There is UK Afrobeat artists, but that's for them. They were born here. They automatically got British passports as soon as they could open their eyes. Like, you get? I know the suffer way me I suffer to even get
to get
ILR,
to the point, yeah.
indefinite leave to remain. I know the suffer way I suffer to even get that one. Talk less of now even British passport. So, like, it's deeper than just the music. It's deeper than just I'm not a UK Afrobeat artist. You have to earn your stripes to not be called that. Like, I'm an Afrobeat artist. But my advantage, which I see as an advantage, is that I was privileged enough to be brought to the UK and be able to, because my guys that are in Nigeria, they're very talented, right? But in Nigeria, there's one thing is that you could be grinding, and you see no results. But see over here, you grind, your results are in your hands. In Nigeria, you could grind. My dad was grinding for years, and he died not seeing the results. So like I've earned those stripes. Like I've gone to Nigeria and I go Nigeria and I went through the struggle of UK wanted to cast us out. There's one point that my parents, I remember, they was looking to move us to Canada because the UK thing weren't working anymore because we couldn't get it. We was going court back and forth. You know, we couldn't get the British, well, indefinite leave to remain. Like, we spent loads of money. We spent lawyer fees, everything. My mom couldn't work. In the house, there was like electric on emergency, having to bath with cold water. You know, like, I've earned those stripes. I'm not and I know people in the UK can also go through that, but there's also a deeper level where you're not choosing to not work.
Yeah.
You can't work.
The circumstances are different.
You understand?
In terms of earning stripes, though, musically, and where you are now, releasing an EP, and of course, being on Korak real soon, people get your tickets. What
Get your
would
tickets,
you
make sure.
calm down? What would you say is how have you earned your stripes musically?
So musically, how I've earned my stripe musically, like, again, it's back to before I started calling myself even Afrobeats, UK or no UK, whatever. Before I started calling myself even Afro, I could show you my phone. I'd speak to my friends in Nigeria like regularly, and they'll say different pidgin words and different Yoruba words, and I'll write it down. Right? You understand? Like, you can say pidgin, you can say Yoruba. A lot of UK Afrobeat artists try to do it, but it doesn't sound authentic. I mean, I feel talk pidgin to you. I feel code switch. You get, like, I can do it.
normal
You get,
thing.
normal thing. You get, and I've understood that you can say it, but it's saying it.
Okay.
That one a normal thing. That one, you understand? Like, it's
So
two different things.
You feel in terms of your stripes and because of you're deep into the culture, you've lived it, you've seen it. That's how you've earned your stripes.
That's number one, and also I've been accepted by the biggest Indian Afrobeat space.
Okay.
Zlatan. People think I paid for that cosign. Where could I even afford it at that time?
How did the Zlatan? You're signed by Zlatan.
No, I'm not signed by Zlatan.
You're not. So how was the relationship?
So you think I'm signed, but
I thought you were signed by Zlatan. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how good the relationship is, right? I dropped the song on No Isolation in lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Again, UK. This is again a part of earning my stripes, right? No Isolation dropped it in lockdown. A UK Afrobeat artist will be promoting it in London. Obviously, them times lockdown, you had a lot of time on your hands. I learned how to do ads, Snapchat ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, right?
Yeah.
I shot the video in UK because I could only shoot in Birmingham.
That's
right?
where you are, yeah.
I started promoting that song in Lagos. Like, I did Snapchat ads to Lagos, specifically Lagos.
Okay.
I didn't know who was gonna hit. I just wanted to put it out there. In Lagos. Now, why did I do that? Because I understood that also people in Nigeria are going through lockdown. And in my head, is like, okay, how can the government in Nigeria, like, you guys have not sorted the economy. There's not even lights, right? Like, NEPA is doing woto anyhow. But you guys are asking people to lock down. Like, I hear it in the UK where there's infrastructure. Infrastructure is proper, yeah? You guys are asking people, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but that was one conspiracy I believed in. Like, lockdown was a bit of a.
Oh, that's a story for another day.
That's a story for another day. Do you understand? That's what we're not here for. But reason why I mention it is because you just showed the Nigerian leaders, like, what are they doing? Like, you can't even give people lights. People are suffering. And then on top of that, you're asking them to lock themselves in their house, bro. So my aim for that, why I started promoting that in Nigeria, the deeper meaning, the deeper reason was because I wanted to. The song was stepped out, quarantine, done, no isolation, let's have some fun, na na na. Like, it was kind of think of when it's done. It's not going to be like this forever. Think of when it's going to be finished, right? I promoted it in UK, of course, because I'm in UK. But why I specifically wanted to do it in Lagos, because I was speaking to some of my friends, they were like, yeah, we're locked down. We can't leave the house. And I'm like, wait, I hear it in the UK, there's cameras everywhere, there's infrastructure. But you lot are locked down, the police come out, like, these men don't have enough money to make NEPA work properly, do the proper power plants and everything, but they have enough money to put police on the road to make sure that you guys stay in your house.
For all of you that are not Nigerian, NEPA is our power source, also known as PHCN.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you, just in case, you can Google it.
So I promoted it in Nigeria. Zlatan, he obviously seen it back to back on Snapchat. In Lagos, I promoted it. Then one random morning, I remember I was recording overnight. Lockdown, you just doing, and I was setting up a new Airbnb at the time as well. I remember I like recorded all night with my friend. I drank everything and I slept. And the next thing I'm waking up to like bare calls. Fella, Zlatan, I just posted you. Zlatan, I'm like, what? What? Because Zlatan was like, he had that.
Oh yeah, of course, from the Killing Them.
Killing Them
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Burna Boy at that time. Zlatan just posted what? And I've always been of this mindset, like people overcomplicate music.
Human beings complicate everything. Don't mind them.
You understand? That's when I started hearing that's a cosign. I didn't even know what a cosign was. This is what I mean, people overcomplicate music. Because I'd got a cosign without even really trying. Or like I just doing my own thing. So that's, again, I've earned my stripes in that way, in terms of, yeah, I've got a big cosign from one of the biggest people, biggest artists in Nigeria.
So the recognition by Zlatan obviously is one of the NES, right? So have you spoken to Zlatan? Are you guys boys?
Yeah, I went to his house. I was in his house for a week.
1 week, making music?
Yeah, making music, recording the video to No Isolation. The video's been out for years. Like, I was just chilling in his house.
What's he like? He seems like,
He's
all
a cool
you
guy.
Afrobeat boys, there's too much energy.
Zlatan is a very cool guy,
Jumping
man.
up and down.
Zlatan
he's a talented musician. I think I'm one of those that believes that he can might be able to do more, or maybe he chooses not to. Tell him to come on.
He's pushing right now, though. Zlatan
Tell him to come on
Korak.
Korak. We'll have a conversation, and I can ask him some deeper questions.
Zlatan is going crazy right now.
So you believe you've earned your stripes. You've lived it. You've seen it through, Zlatan. What do you say? So Afrobeats is still a very young genre, and when I mean young genre, in terms of the way the world is now, I mean it's booming. It's big. Everybody wants to be on Afrobeats. There's a lot of collaborations. For a genre that is very technically, we would say, or we can argue that is new. What are you aiming to carve out from that genre? Where do you want to take it?
Naturally, I'm a big thinker, so I think a lot. I have, like, I always study the greats, right? How are people able to change the game? Like, how was Einstein able to come up with the theories he came up with, gravity and all sorts? How did the first person who came up with a mobile phone, how did they make it have screens and camera? Like, I think, right? So how I want to do that sort of thing in music. And with Afrobeats, what I started doing, I released a song called Amapiano. So I've tried to infuse the two worlds that I've actively been in.
That's the Little Bit song.
Yeah. Infuse hip hop, like from my 50 Cent influence, put Amapiano, Afrobeats in there. That's why I feel like people don't really experiment Afrobeats. And not because they don't want to, but just because what's working, why change it, right? Why try to reinvent the wheel? But I'm in a position where music is my passion. It's not I don't make mad money from music. So I want to come in here and change the game. This is genuinely what I love to do.
But that's a good question though. Why change something that isn't broke?
If we were still doing Afrobeats the way the band was doing it, would we be here?
Good point. So you are hoping to elevate it to a different
stratosphere.
Oh God, I'll drink to that. No, I like that different stratosphere. I like it. So, but are you saying what you're trying to do has not been achieved yet? Because there's a lot of collaborations with the Afrobeat music and Afrobeat artists and everybody out there right now. So why would yours be different?
Because back to what I said before, I'm a person that I'm accepted and I've been active in both worlds.
But when you say accepted, so some might argue Zlatan is a very big artist. You could argue one of the top 10 biggest artists in
100%.
Nigeria. So other than Zlatan, who has accepted you? Apart from obviously you have your fans, you have your followers, your music is good. So when you say you've been accepted by who exactly?
There's people that you guys, they've not accepted me publicly to the public, but I speak to them regularly. Right? I will mention their names. I don't know.
Tell them about me next
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
100%.
But tell them to mention my name because I can't sing, so they need to mention my name.
And,
So-
and the thing is about being accepted as well is, I think rather than even the big names and them accepting me, it's more about the people accepting me. When I go Nigeria, I know the kind of love I receive. I know how I contribute to that, to Nigeria. Like with the little I feel do, the small one where I feel send back, give this person, give this guy, I would do it. Like I send money regularly back to my guys. Oh, this guy needs 30K. The other, like last year, my cousin said, he's been working on like a building site and they pay him 30K a month. I'm like, and he said he felt suicidal. I was like, bro, what? That's £15, bro. So I started sending him £25 a month. So I get accepted that like that. Not because of I send money, but I'm actively contributing. Even though I'm not there on feet on ground every day, I'm there.
But musically though, how are you accepted? I understand helping a friend, helping
Yeah.
a brother, helping everybody else
Yeah.
out there. But in terms of look, your streams you stream about 40K a month
Yeah.
from what I've seen, and obviously that's just Spotify. You're active in the music scene, you've been accepted by names we can't call. But if you would say, what is your big influence from your music to the people back home and of course to the people around you here?
Where's my big influence?
What is the biggest influence your music brings?
The biggest influence my music brings is... That's a good question. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I've been doing this for some time.
The biggest influence my music brings is it motivates people. Like you said, before we started this podcast, you said fearless is like you're going to war. I don't just make, you could call it secular music, but I don't just make, like, there's always a message behind everything. There's a song called Money in My Mind that I dropped recently as well. It's part of the international EP. And I mentioned in the Proverbs 12:11, I'm an open Bible, work hard, play hard, with God beside you. Like, there's always a message. Money in my mind, like, that's what, money makes the world go round. Now, money's not everything, but I feel like when you don't have money, it can become everything to you. It can feel like it's everything.
One of the things, sticking on Afrobeats, there is this idea or thought process that in terms of Afrobeat music, there's no great substance to it. What exactly are Afrobeat artists talking about? So people talk about rap and you have gangster rap, and they're all different stories and situations people talk about when it comes to rap. From the Americans to the French. And I remember a few years ago when Burna Boy was saying Afrobeats is just having fun. Do you agree with that? What is the substance behind Afrobeats music?
What Burna Boy said, that's his opinion. I can't dispute it, right? All I can speak for is myself. My music, mine, has substance. Like I said to you, my music has storylines. This is why I'm coming. This is why I'm in the game. I'm coming to change the game. I'm coming to bring the substance. I'm coming to give you a story while also you're vibing.
Do you feel everybody that comes to Afrobeat has to try and change the game?
Not necessarily. Changing the game is not for everyone. Changing the game also comes with a lot of battles. Right? I've been doing this for a long time. So like I'm not at the heights I wish I was or I thought I would be by this point. Changing the game is you're doing something different. I could have blown if I did all this mad, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I could have done that. But I choose not to because it's more long term. When it finally clicks,
We'll be there. You better
understand?
invite me for that.
And you're one of the early adopters, and I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. You heard it here, people. So the big three. Everybody talks about the big three:
Mhm.
Burna, Wizkid, and
I think it's
Davido.
the big four now. Ashake is in there.
Oof, that's a big call.
Ashake
That's
is
a-
definitely in there, man.
Okay, so let's call it the big four. The big four: Ashake, Burna,
You can say
Davido,
Olamide.
Wizkid.
Rema self-proclaimed as
Olamide,
well.
I wouldn't. I mean, there's an argument in terms of internationally Olamide. And from what I understand, it's his choice. It's not like he wants to. He's
Yeah,
happy.
he said,
He's
fuck that big three convo shit.
there you go. He's happy.
He said
He's
that.
happy where he is. He doesn't want to. And then you have people on the bench. Well, when I mean the bench, obviously, if it's a 3-man team, you have like maybe you could call it the Remas and what's his name? Not Rema. What's the other guy's
Ashake.
name? No, Ashake is.
Yeah.
You put him in the big four. So you call Rema and what's his name?
Fireboy.
Fireboy and all them guys. So, but the big
Odumodu,
four, Odumodu, my guy,
Zlatan.
your guy. So, but with the big, if you keep it the big four, who's your favorite and why?
Ooh.
Let me. I'll tell you mine. I've had this conversation before, and I'll tell you mine. I'm a Port Harcourt boy, so obviously
Burna Boy.
this is some bias. However, I think lyrically, Burna Boy number one. Performance-wise, Burna Boy sounds the way he sounds on tape, on CD, on stream. He sounds exactly the same way on stage. I'm a live performance guy. Obviously, Korak is telling your story through your music
Yeah.
with a live band. Yes, people. August 27th, B-Fela will be on there, so buy a ticket.
Buy a ticket, make
So-
sure.
So he ticks all those elements. You can't hide behind live music. You can hide in the studio. You can get a producer to hide some stuff. You can hide. But Burna Boy, he covers all that.
Yeah, I've been to his show. It's crazy.
Davido, out of all of them, the best entertainer.
Vibe.
Exactly. Energy, vibe. He doesn't even have to sing. He just stand up and just say something and then raise the mic and everybody shouting, this and that. Wizkid, voice-wise, probably the best out of all three. If Wizkid is on your song, amazing. Personally, I think he was having a lot of success, became a bit comfortable.
Mm.
So from soccer, not from soccer, from Juro, I think that was just way too comfortable. And then eventually he came back with the last album and then he's doing his thing. So that's big three. Ashake, I rate him because he doesn't sing in English, but he has a very big international market. So you can argue, as you said, the big four, Ashake is in there. So that's how I rate them. But if I have to pick one person, I'll pick Bonner. If you have to pick one from the four, who will you pick?
I can't pick one.
You have to do.
I can't.
Gun to your head.
Hmm?
Gun to your head. You have to pick one.
It's tough, man. I can't pick one.
No, you have to.
Because you know what? You know why I say I can't pick one? They all I go through phases where it's Burna Boy, then it's Davido, then it's
What phase are you
Wizkid.
on now?
What phase am I on right now? I'm on Ashake.
Ashake phase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashake is I love him right now.
So you have, if I call you, say, boy, fella, what's going on? Say, I'm good, man. I get 4 tickets. Bonner, Davido, Wizkid, Ashake. All on the same day, same time, different venues. Pick one ticket. And this 4 is their last show ever.
Burna Boy, because I've seen him before and I know what I'm getting. I've never seen the others live, but I would love to. Burna Boy, I've seen him before and I know the goosebumps that he gave me when I was at the London Stadium that day. Like,
I mean, technically, what he's saying, people, is Bonner is number one.
I'm not saying that.
Oh no, I'm saying it. That's what you're saying. But it's fine. You can dive around. And in terms of, obviously, apart from Zlatan and you growing up in the music world, who would you love? Who are the artists, Afrobeat artists you like to get on the song with?
I'm on a song with my boy Rudy right now. The guy is really pushing. He's pushing hard. Like, he's next up. I've had a song with Fola. Ashake, of course. I'd love a song with Ashake. Burna Boy, the Big Four. You know.
Other than the big four, who, and I mean, you mentioned Odumodu, you mentioned Rema. Who would you say, Charlie Poppy? Who would you say, other than the big four, who would you like to do a song with?
Tems.
Tems, man.
Tems.
So you see, Tems and I are star.
Tems.
I was one of those that initially I thought they were sisters because they just look kind of alike. But Tems and I are star. And apart from the fact that obviously they're hot, but musically,
Tems.
their
That's all I gotta
albums,
say, Tems.
their albums. So would you? I mean, not like I'm trying to compare here, but so what? Tems over Ayesta?
Tems.
Tems is she's something.
Thames.
Say something. One,
That's
I
all
mean,
like Thames. There's no more to no more, no more.
she's coming for your show already in August. Is she coming for your show?
I hope Thames, if you see this, please pull up. Thames. There's not much to say. Thames. Like I just love like Ara Star, she's good. Don't get to like she's very good.
unique voices, very distinctive. You can hear them anywhere and know, okay, this is Aya Star, this is Tems. Their song, featured on another person's song, whatever it is, the talent is undeniable. Those guys are just there. So Tems is your number one.
Thames. And I also like it's not even just about her. I watch a lot of her manager's interviews, and he's just such a well put together guy. You could tell like there's like they get sense. Apollo they get Apollo mad.
Wisdom jam them.
Wisdom don't finish them. Like, bro, like Thames, man. Thames. And I feel like when all is said and done, Thames. Thames is gonna be a legend. Like she's on her way, well on her way to do, but she's going to be an absolute legend.
What would you say? What's the biggest misconception you hear about Afrobeats?
Oh, it's summer music, especially being in the UK. Oh, when the sun's out, oh yeah, we want to listen to Afrobeat. Oh yeah, this when I play people my song. This will sound good in the summer, in Birmingham, in the summertime, man. That's it. Like, bro, like respectfully sharp, man. Because have you heard 23 by Burna Boy? That's actually cool. You can vibe to it in the summer, but it's got a saying. It's got a storyline.
I mean, Afrobeats is very hypey and energetic
Yeah.
and very party. People can dance to it. So, especially that's when you bring in the respect for the likes of Ashake, where it's substance or Burna
Yeah.
Boy, substance and stuff. We do a thing called Lyrical Deep Dive in Korak where we look at your music and look at your catalog, B-roll, Lil Bit, Gang Piano, Fearless, one of my favorite songs. But then you've just released an EP, International,
Yeah.
with wonderful songs in there. International is there, Money on My Mind, Break Bread.
Your favorite Awa Lokan.
Now that's the song. So usually I write down the lyrics and I try and ask you to explain,
Yeah.
but I couldn't. I
can
mean,
sing it
I
for
was
you.
I was vibing, sing it.
Looking
It's-
down memory lane, how we came up from so much pain. Used to live life so insane with a brave face, no one me check. I did see my sets one one by one. Shall I carry on?
First of all, don't get us dancing, man. We need to relax. Save it. Let them buy tickets, come and see it.
Make
But
sure.
what is the message of that song from you to the people?
Our look on means is our turn.
Yeah.
Right? It's a song like looking down like I'm looking at memory lane, looking at the past. Like I'm very happy and I'm thankful to God what position I'm in life right now. Right? I got a beautiful life. And I thank God for that. And I still feel like I'm striving for certain things, but they say to be that thing, you have to act like it. You have to envision yourself in there. And that song is me like saying it's my turn. And if you're listening to me, if you're my listener, you're my supporter, it's your turn too.
So if you could define what your turn is, what does that mean?
Everything that my heart has ever desired, every goal I've been trying to achieve is my turn. It's me now.
You heard it here first, people. August 27th. Grab those tickets. A few questions before we finish for now. So far in your journey, what's been the most difficult thing?
Lockdown. I remember lockdown. That was tough. Because I was out basically no isolation. Zlatan shouted it out. Obviously then labels start coming sniffing around. I was signed to a management. I couldn't drop music for like 2 years. But I feel like I had momentum. And I just became very depressed, just acting erratic. Like Sony signed the song, 25K. I can show you the paper on my email. For someone I was very naive as well. And then all of a sudden the producers want 15K and that was
So out of the 25K, what did you see?
0. Well, eventually I saw 4K, but like the song didn't end up. Sony dropped the song. Like they ended up leaving it because it was just too complicated.
So
like, that
obviously
was-
that's taught you some lessons on how to
100%,
do different things.
100%, 100%. That was difficult. That was very difficult. Coming out of that and still having to be able to still strive in this music game that can be very cutthroat was tough.
What has been your best moment so far?
Mm. I think coming out of that situation and seeing that I still got it. Like, I dropped Baby Roll, not straight after, but like a few songs after, and it did got good reception, great reception.
What would you say with your catalog now, even with your album, or I keep saying album, your EP has just dropped. What do you say is your favorite? What is your favorite song?
I have different favorites every day, but right now my favorite is International.
You make a very good politician. Pick one.
Right now my favorite is International.
International.
Yeah.
That's a track.
But Break Bread is
No.
it's tough.
See, you need to. For those that don't actually understand in terms of the. First of all, if you don't understand that people that say there's no substance in Afrobeats, Break Bread is something you should listen to. There's a lot of substance on there. It is, once again, as a Port Harcourt boy, Bonner boy, you guys with the Break Bread situation, you're on that level, and it relates to the same thing. Like it's like when you listen to Worldwide from Ashake. Now that is one of those that you're like, I'm here.
Yeah.
With what would you regard as success
What I regard as success.
in the music world? Whether now, whether when all is said and done, what would you look back and just go, I'm happy?
Being able to touch people's lives. Like genuinely like, touch many people's lives, like with my music.
Just
motivating.
Give me 15,000. Just give me that. You touch my life. You touch my life right now. Just give me only 15. I'm not even asking for too much. Just 15. You touch my life right now.
Nah, but being able to touch people's lives, like the masses as well. Like my music, I like to put messages in there to motivate people that wherever you are, keep striving. I try to post, I call it King Speech. Post every week, to motivate people. Just building a community around me of people that look like me and from where I'm from, and we're all successful.
All of us. That's something you're willing to carry.
All of us.
Well, as they say, instead of God to reduce your problems, let Him give you bigger shoulders.
Amen.
I like it. Well, B-Fela, it's been wonderful. Thank you for sharing your story so far. You'll be performing at the Korak Live Music event, August 27th. Live music with a live band. People come down, come and see this man perform and bring all that energy. As he said, he has earned his stripes, so come and make sure that he has actually earned his stripes. But for now, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, B-Fela. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, people, watch, stream, subscribe, hit that notification button. Thank you to everybody that would watch this and share it. But for now, I'm your host, MC Sabi Boy. More thanks.